morning, and as we round off Shit Corner, the plan today is to go slightly east because the weather seems to be more promising in that direction. So we're heading for the Great Central Railway and the Ellis Tea Rooms at Rothley Station. We were going to Quorn and the Buttle Henderson Cafe, but they've got some kind of railway memorabilia market on today and it's £5 entry. So not really wanting to buy any railway stuff, I thought we'd best give that a miss. We wait on the Malt Shovel car park for a few minutes in case anyone else is going to turn up, but no, it looks like myself, Andy and Graham again. Right, let's make a move. Now I'm using a different camera today, the Drift Ghost XL Pro, which is running at 60 frames per second rather than 30 and has 140 degrees field of view rather than 170, so things may look a little bit different, hopefully for the better. We'll see. And is that tractor going to come out? Yes, he is. Well done. Good job my brakes work. There again, so does the throttle, so as soon as we get a chance we'll be past him. Like about now. Certainly very windy today, so you'll probably hear a bit more wind noise in the background on the audio. But anyway, we cleared of Tamworth now and heading out towards Ashby. And it's through Ashby we go. Whoops, bit of a navigational error has put us on the A453 up past Castle Donington, but never mind, it's a nice road. But I am not liking the look of those black clouds in front. Luckily we'll be heading hopefully to the right of them shortly. And a little bit of the M1 southbound for all of one junction should put us back on the road that we need. And Shep Shed. This is the road we should have been on, although we should have been coming in from the other direction and turning right at these lights. But anyway, we're back on track again, so let's press on. At this staggered junction we need to go as straight on as we possibly can, which will be that road over there on the left. Whoops, guess who took the wrong left turn? It should have been the next road, not this one. So let's turn round and have another dig at it. We'll get there in the end, one way or the other. And we actually cross over the railway here, and the entrance to the station should just be there on the right. Now the idea was we'll grab a bite to eat at the station and watch a few trains, possibly of the steam variety, you never know. But unfortunately the chef had failed to turn up for work today, so they were doing no food. But however, they were doing excellent cake, so cup of coffee and a slice of cake and they were running trains, but sadly the only ones we saw were diesel powered. But I suppose a diesel's better than nothing, so let's have a look at one. Yeah, that'll be a train then. And something on a slightly smaller scale, but it's still live steam, so technically it's a steam train. Little bit of wind noise in the background, sorry about that. Now, seeing as we couldn't get any dinner here at Rothley, we came up with a plan B, and that is to head for the Victoria Bikers Pub in Coalville, which is on the way back home, so let's sort of head towards Coalville. We did encounter a bit of rain along here, but to be fair, that's as much rain as we saw all day. And although the roads were wet in other places, we must have just missed it. So there was no need to stop and put waterproofs on, luckily. The A511 into Coalville is closed. So we did a turnaround and then sort of I follow the nose in roughly the right direction, which with hindsight and a map we could have made it a 300-yard detour, but it ended up being more like 2.5 to 3 mile. But eventually we did get back to where we wanted to be in a roundabout sort of a way. And there we are, the Victoria, a biker's pub in Coalville. We got there and we were the only 3 customers in the place, which I thought was a bit unusual. But anyway, it's, how shall we put it, it's a rough and ready pub. It's the place that I felt instantly at home in, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term. But we asked, are you doing food? Yep. Burger and chips was the reply, so we had 3 lots of burger and chips. And I have to say, it was most enjoyable. So there you go, the Victoria. There's every chance we'll probably pop in here again for something to eat. I did have a band on at 4 o'clock, but sadly we were gone before then. Luckily, we were on the right side of the A511 closure, so we didn't have the hassle of finding our way through the back streets of Coalville again. And just for a change, we came back through Mere Green and up towards Four Oaks. And as we come up Newton Road, this is where we say farewell to Graham as he carries on towards Sedgley. And as we go under the motorway and approach Sheet corner. It's not been a bad day out. Weather-wise, we were lucky. We managed to miss the showers. Okay, we got a little bit, I won't say lost, we got misplaced on the way there. And I'd not been in the Victoria for quite a while, so that made a change. And the food was decent, so that's always a bonus. So I suppose until the next time, see you later.